What up, everybody? It's your boy K-Ray06 here on K-RayTV, and we just finished All-American Season 3, Episode 19, the finale, Surviving the Times, and this was a doozy, y'all. This one was a doozy. It was a doozy. Now, this episode was built up as it was gonna be like this big old cliffhanger and just a crazy episode where we're gonna be left talking about it. And going into it, many of us said like, yo, Cooper's gonna get shot or something's gonna happen with Layla. The episode, it kind of stayed course. It kind of stayed on course of what we were thinking. When the show started off, it started off showing like a little montage of fists being thrown, Asher up in there with the snot nose crying, throwing his gear off, and then Spencer with the bloody lip and bloody nose, and then Coop looked like she's getting pulled over in a bus. And we know this is gonna most likely take place towards the end of the episode, as they did the whole rewind and showed like 48 hours earlier. Then they jumped to a scene with Olivia and Spencer, and this is where they, finally officially giving a label to their relationship, with Olivia being shy and being coy. And again, I'm gonna go through that in the episode recap, so this is just my thoughts. I'm just gonna breeze through this thing, little podcast style. I'm gonna breeze through this thing. But I thought it was a little nice little moment, especially because Spencer is so happy in this moment. It reminds me of the Vegas thing, where Spencer is the one that's going for it all, going for broke, and Liv is being the one that's a little hesitant, as she's the one like, is it weird having our relationship be labeled like this? And she's thinking about the greater good, thinking about Liv and Asher, which I don't understand. But I think Simone even said like, yo, that shit done sailed in Vegas. Facts. So it's like, bro, get over it. Asher ain't thinking about you. Layla over there spending her time with Lifetime Carrie. So just get over it. Get over it. Like, be happy. Be happy. But I did like that scene, as I don't even like this word, but it was cute. It was cute. Then we get a little scene where where Coop and Preach and them was talking about the design and everything. And the episode is basically planting the seeds for the end reveal of the episode. So there's letting you know that now Layla is not going on the tour. I guess she changed her mind from the previous week where she got her test moved up. I guess she changed her mind now and was like, you know what, I'm just gonna stay. I don't get that part. Whatever. And then, Preach is still with that old Renner child. So they setting everything up for this great reveal of this cliffhanger that NK has promised us that's gonna be crazy and just I'm gonna have the whole summer talking. And we also get a Asher daddy sighting again, and Asher gets a call from his dream college, and they're giving him a full ride scholarship. Because of that moment, I'm like, I've been watching so much shows that you pick up on the signs. You pick up on the signs, and they starting this off with these happy little moments and seeds. Spencer moment wasn't as happy with him and Olivia, so I'm like, nah, that's not gonna be a big factor in this episode. But Asher, he got what he wanted. This was his dream. He got a full ride scholarship to Southern California. So I'm like, something about to happen to this boy. Something about to happen to this boy. Another thing, I don't know about y'all, but these characters this episode was pissing me off. It was pissing me off. Frosto sees Spencer doing a little interview for the All-American game that he's going to be playing in, the Platinum game. And I guess he's back to the original Frosto. Like, his stats have been reset to default. He's back to his factory settings. Because when we first seen him, he had an issue with Spencer coming to Crenshaw and everything. And then they made up. And then he had an issue with Spencer again. They played some pool with his chalk and his skill. They made up. Now, he already got an attitude again, and I'm starting to see why people do not like his character. I thought after the last thing they were going to be like, you know what, alright, let's give this dude some actual layer, some depth. No, they did not. They did not. They reset him to his factory design, and he acted ignorant again. Of course, this episode is layered with Lifetime Carrie, as Layla, her thing this episode is trying to get Carrie to go back to her parents without making it seem like, hey, I want you to leave. Like she wants to be the concerned friend that wants her to leave, but the girl already acting like, yo, my parents is triggers and I don't want to go, so why you trying to make me go? And because of a conversation with Olivia, she tries to go the friend route. Oh, I just care about you and all this, and I'm like, bruh, you don't Layla, you should be able to recognize crazy. You should be able to recognize crazy. This girl is Lifetime series, Lifetime movie network crazy. Like she about to have you tied up in somebody's basement. Girl, come on. Her parents even warned you about her, yet you still want to save her. And I get it that, you know, she's alone and she needs friends and whatnot, but you should have let her mother come to get her when you called her the first time, because obviously she didn't know about it until you told her that you talked to her. Like, you should have just let her come and get her at the studio or whatever, and it would have been good. Then change your address, throw on you a little dang Party City wig or whatnot, and move somewhere, because Carrie see like she the type that she gonna get rid of the parents, knock them off, and then come find you and be like, I trusted you. Like, so you had to get this girl committed again or something, because she off a rocker. Like, she ain't take her meds. She clearly ain't took her meds. She on a whole different network. This is CW, you know, and she needs to go to Lifetime. Layla does or is in the process of getting kidnapped. So this whole episode, she's been trying to work up the nerve and get Carrie to leave and go to her parents. And she finally convinced Carrie to go to her parents. And Carrie's like, would you come with me? And she was like, yes, of course I'll come with you, all doughy-eyed. So when they left, Carrie was writing a letter on the dang table to leave there as they left. And I'm like, Layla, you was the last person to walk out the door. You already know this girl been acting a little iffy. She been a little shaky. I would have walked right up over there and been like, what she do? I would have read that thing, but of course Layla is not understanding the assignment. She don't understand the level of cray that she is dealing with. So she just leaves. And basically the letter is saying like, it was like Carrie's little goodbye note to to her little 5 Heartbeats dad, her new JP dad, and saying that, yo, like, she ain't gonna be alone, and now she got Layla with her, so she kidnapping her right now. And she even took her phone out of her purse and tossed it in the trash can. Layla. So that's one of the cliffhangers that they're gonna leave us off with. We gotta wait until they return back in October to see what's gonna happen with Layla. Hope this doesn't take a whole season of season 4. Like, I really want some happy stuff, some kids stuff, some prom, like best dress, some real football games. Like, that's what I want. That's what I want. And I thought I was gonna get that. So if you're looking for the championship game, Crenshaw versus Beverly, you're not getting it in this episode, as they're saving that for next season, probably due to recording restrictions and, you know, with the whole pandemic and all that stuff. So now, you know, when they come back, they can actually have full-fledged games, which I miss because the games wasn't hitting this season. And speaking of game, let's talk about the fight that they opened up the show with. Jordan is going on a rampage this episode because he wants to play, and he disrespecting his boy JJ and everything, saying that the same spiel that he was doing before. I didn't get it because he said he respected him and he was going to support him, and then he even brought it up in the episode saying that's when I thought I wasn't going to play and blah blah blah. But even still, I'm like, bro, y'all not friends. Y'all not friends at all. If I was JJ, I would have hit you with that 3-piece, like the string bean, greens, and yams, and no biscuit. Like, that's what I would have hit you with. Because Jordan is violating him this whole episode. And because he's mad, he ends up telling Asher, in which I was like, bro, Asher been snitching on you this whole season. But he told Asher that he's been training with Spencer this entire time. And then he says, we've been going over the whole defensive playbook. And I'm like, what? Sir? Sir, so y'all been working on plays, so Spencer is just gonna body y'all in the playoff. Because you've been working on y'all whole playbook with the ops? Come on now. That's some Asher level dumbness. Some Asher level crustiness. That's what he been doing. And I'm like, come on, bruh. Come on. So because of this, Asher feeling like the captain that he is, you know, Montez's favorite, since she always shows biasness towards him. He goes and tells Montez, and Montez and him end up creating new plays and whatnot. And at first, she didn't want to put Jordan in those plays. And I don't understand her biasness towards Asher over Jordan. Like, it's supposed to be a team, but you clearly favor Asher. You always giving him what he wants. But Jordan is always some back talk. I don't get it. I don't get it. But she didn't like him since she started. And that's clear. But because of that, I guess it got around and the team found out. Now JJ already not feeling Jordan because of the disrespect. Then he found out that Jordan was training with Spencer and giving him the playbook. So that's where their beef brewed. And on the Spencer side, Frosto is being Frosto, I guess. And he just don't like Spencer. I don't get it. And then when JJ, you know, said something about the playbook, Frosto was like, so you've been training him? And because of all that, now everybody all riled up. And then Jordan says, calls Spencer a snitch and all this because he told his dad, he told Billy that he was training Jordan. Now Jordan is calling Spencer a snitch and all this and thought I can trust you and all this nonsense. And I'm like, bruh, so we doing this again? Y'all remember he punched Spencer earlier with that Wico punch, then got dropped. so I guess Jordan been having a chip on his shoulder the whole time. Because now everybody all riled up, and then that's what starts the fight, and everybody just fighting teammates, Frosto fighting Spencer, Frosto and JJ fighting each other. Jordan hit Spencer. Like, it was dumbness. It was dumb and crusty to me. And I'ma save the in-depth review for the review video, but I didn't get that whole thing. Like, Spencer went out on a limb to train Jordan because Jordan was going to do it anyway and probably get himself hurt even more. So how are you calling him a snitch? How are you saying he betraying? How are you looking at him as an op? Like, me and Jordan will be done. He'll probably have to catch a fade. He'll probably have to catch me. He'll have to meet me at back and see me from the shoulders, because we're not doing that. Like, I'm about to stomp you out real quick, because yo, how's Asher trying to break it up? Asher has been the one that's been doing the idioty stuff, the ignorant stuff, all from season 1 to now. Yet, in this instant, he's showing more growth than you. Billy pissed me off this episode. Like, all the shadiness you done, Billy Baker. All the shadiness you done from season 1. Like, did you forget that you just got married again? Bro, you slept with Spencer's mama. You slept with her mama. You switched out piss and everything so your son can still play. And you've been doing all this dirty stuff from the get-go. But Spencer looking out for your son instead of letting him go out there and jack himself up. You mad and use the word betrayal? Sir, were you thinking about betrayal when you was over there with Grace and her stiff wig? Like, what you thinking about that? My bad, Grace. My bad. But what you thinking about that? Like, Grace was the only one that had some sense in this episode. I'm trying to think. Grace had some sense. Patience had some sense. Yeah, I think those two. I think Coop had some sense this episode too. Yeah, Coop had some sense this episode too. So we get that big old fight again, and the game was about to be canceled, but it didn't. And we are left off of the cliffhanger of them going out to the field, and we have to wait till next season to see what actually happens. Coop. Everybody been worried about Coop. We've been saying it. Like I said it a few times like this. Coop gonna get shot this season. Coop gonna get shot. I don't understand Mo's vengeance. I don't understand her journey. Sean's mother shot Tyrone a few times and put him in the grave. Coop didn't do that. So why ain't you using your legal prowess to get her out of jail or prison and do something with her? Yeah, you chasing a 17-year-old. Why? So her grand scheme, I guess, was to have Andre load Coop's tour bus with drugs and then possibly have Andre or her call and say there was drugs on the bus, so they got pulled over. But Coop actually using her head took out the drugs from the boxes because he tried to put the drugs inside the merch boxes and put them on a bus. Coop, seeing that he was acting a little funny style, took the drugs out the bus, and so when they checked it, she was straight. And she pops up on Mo and let Mo know that, hey, I knew what you was up to. It's a shame that you tried to go this route and everything. And, you know, she wanted to be over. Mo pulls out a gun and was sitting there with the little teary-eyed and all this other stuff, talking about, don't you mention my brother's name? Like, cut it out. And Coop was trying to talk to her and let her know, like, yo, all the good you've been doing, you want to throw that all away? For what? And they did the whole classic, let me put the gun down to try to ease the tension. But I'm like, go ahead, raise the gun up. I'm already feeling it. I'm like, come on. We didn't waste it all season for this. You better shoot at something. Like, you better shoot at something, because we not going to do that. So as she raised her gun back up to Coop, Preach pops up from behind her and shoots Mo, which causes Mo, because her hand was on the trigger, to shoot Coop at the same time as she goes down. And Preach walking over there. I don't know if he was going to finish the job on Mo, but then you look up and Coop was like, Preach, and she's holding her chest or underneath her chest, and she falls out. And then Preach, instead of getting on the phone or something, making a quick call 911 or something, he just started breaking down crying and holding Coop as Coop passes out. And that is how the show ends. That is the big cliffhanger. But we knew that Coop was going to get shot, and we knew Layla was going to get kidnapped or something. So we kind of predicted that. It wasn't surprising to me. The surprising thing in this episode was characters themselves. How the characters was acting ignorant. Jordan, Billy, like Frosto. Like, these characters was acting ignorant the entire time. I can't wait to do the review. I can't wait. I think I'm going to take my time on this one. It's going to be a double, but I'm going to take my time on this one because I'm going to have a lot to say. Also, I almost forgot to talk about Asher. And the first time in a long time, I actually felt bad for Asher. So, season 2, Asher started taking steroids, right? In this episode, he get cracked hard in the ribs. And remember I said about this good moment in the beginning, he got the full ride scholarship. Well, before the game officially started, Asher, dad comes in and tell him he can't play football, or he can't play the game. And he's like, wow, my ribs is good. The doctor said it's good. And he ends up telling him he has a heart defect. It's something wrong with his heart, which he won't be able to play football again. And Yo, that sucked. That sucked. Like, they did suck, and you see Montez over there crying as Asher's in the locker room crying by himself, and he starts throwing his football gear and everything around, and it's like, yo, it sucked. That sucked. And I get it, Montez, that's your player too, and that sucked, but I was like, can you leave? Can we get this Asher moment alone? Because you getting on my nerves too. You getting the biasness, yo, the biasness. Like how I get it. She probably see him as a son and whatnot, but it's like, dude, you treating your other teammate like trash, and then him getting, you know, gourmet meals and whatnot. But yeah, I forgot to mention that. But Asher's scene, like, that's why they did that big old moment in the beginning, because they created this old fairy tale. Like, this fairy tale moment for Asher just to break him towards the end. So next season, he should actually have a great story arc. Please let him have a great story arc. And I think they used this season to actually shape him, because Montez always said Asher was a leader and he had to know every different angle and everything. And he came up with the plays and everything with the coach. Asher's going to go into coaching. It's going to suck, you know, because he wants to play, but I think he's going to find it better in coaching people and giving them that chance that he was given by so many people, and developing new stars and everything. So I hope they go that route. But yeah, these was my initial thoughts, man. Like, it wasn't shocking to me. And I don't think Coop is dead just because she passed out, and that's how they ended it. Like, that's the whole thing, to get you talking and get your mouth watering, so for the next season you can get that day one episode with the big ratings. So I don't think she's dead. I think that'll take a lot from the show if you kill off Coop, and you're going to have to change it drastically because Spencer is going to be a no-go. You think it was bad when Corey died? No, let Coop pass. It's all she wrote. You can wrap up the season. Anywho, this is my initial thoughts. Let me know what y'all think about the episode. And I can't wait to see y'all in the actual review and the reaction video. We're going to end this here. Y'all have a great day. Like, comment, subscribe, and share. And we'll see y'all in the next video. We out. Peace.